What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. We are headed back up to Lebanon Valley Dragway with the HELLCAT to see what we can run with this thing today. We were having some issues in the last video. We're hoping that we've got those things sorted out, and we're going to try to get this thing down the track today. Really shooting to get this thing into the 8s. That has been the goal all along. We'd really like to get it pretty deep into the 8s on blower only, no nitrous or anything like that. So we're stopping to pick up our buddy Dylan. He's going to be doing some filming for us today, and he's always helping us out at the track and stuff. So we're going to scoop him up now and then get on the road and head up to the track. If you guys aren't already, please think about subscribing and ringing that bell. That way you get notified anytime we put out a video with the GTO, the Duramax, or the HELLCAT. Let's get through the intro and get right to racing. Alright guys, so we just got out here to the track, got the car warmed up and unloaded. We're gonna head over to Tech, get this thing through. I'm also gonna go up to the tower. I've got two slips that I can turn in to try to get my licensing stuff done. They should take them, but we're gonna go up there and see about that. And then once we get back, we'll get suited up and wait for them to call test and tune and go and get in the lanes. So let's go get this thing through Tech. Alright guys, so we went to Tech, got through nice and easy this morning, so everything's good there. We went up to the tower and got our paperwork situated for the NHRA licensing stuff, so that's all set. All we gotta do is mail that in and we will be good to go there. So we're gonna go ahead and get the car ready, get dressed, and head up to the lanes. I think they're running open right now. We don't have to wait for a class, so we're gonna try to get the camera set up, get the car ready, and get up there as soon as we can. So let's head up. Hi.
Hi there. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Excellent. So you're going to do a moderate, right?
Yeah.
Got it.
All right guys, so as you've seen, we had just made our first pass, and after it left, it spun, and then when I tried to get back in it, it started doing that hopping thing again. It was kind of a weird sensation there. It just starts like lurching up and down like it's grabbing traction and losing traction. So we came back to the pit, we just jacked it up, looked underneath it and everything, and we think we found our issue. You can see these wheel weights right here. They were hitting pretty badly, and I thought when I put them on, and we'll have the tire shop put them on, that we had enough room for them. And with the car squatted down on the lift, when we pulled it down with straps to check for clearance, it was fine, but it must be squatting even more than that when we leave the line. So we think what was happening is it would catch the sway bar and kind of like bind stuff up, and that's what was creating that hopping sensation. So we went ahead and pulled those things off. We're gonna turn around and head back up to make another pass. Hi.
If they're still running test and zoom, come right back around. Tell them I told you.
Okay, thank you.
Try to get you 2 times.
Thank you. Thank you. All right guys, so we just made our second pass, and we've definitely got some issues. This thing started pushing coolant again, the catch can filled up, and the heat exchanger tank for the intercooler, that pushed just a slight bit of coolant out of that as well. The thing made a decent pass. It didn't spin, it definitely hooked that time, and we trapped 160 miles an hour and went 9.1. but something's definitely up. I don't know if it shifted a little bit weird as well, because we trapped 160, but it only went at 9.1, and last time when we went 9.1, it only trapped 134. So you would think with the higher mile an hour, we should have picked up some there. We were really shooting for that 8-second pass, but we've obviously got some issues that we're gonna have to look at further. We did the removal of the thermostat, and we were hoping that that was gonna help, but we might have to get a water pump for this thing and look at some other options. So we're gonna let it cool off for a few minutes here, get it loaded up on the trailer. We'll head back to the house, and then I will fill you guys in as soon as we get there. All right, guys, so as you can see, we are back at the house. We got the car unloaded and put away. Not 100% sure what is going on with it. I'm not really going to take a look at it tonight. We're going to be waiting until Tuesday, and Rippa will talk to the engine builder, and we will go from there with it. We're going to wait and see what he has to say, and whatever he recommends, that's basically what we will do. You can't be mad at this kind of stuff when you're pushing engines this hard, especially a stock block. You're gonna have issues and you're gonna have setbacks, and we're just gonna have to tackle them and keep trying to move forward. Sadly, we did not get the 8 that we are shooting for. Again, we were super close today, but we just did not get it. We will take a look at the time slip here in just a second, but I forgot to mention when we were at the track, which I'm sure you guys seen in one of the clips, but the rear louver that was on the back window of the car decided that it was out. It no longer wanted to hang out with us today, so that thing ended up on the track, which really kind of sucks. I kind of like that thing. I know a lot of you guys hate it, but it is what it is. We've got it right here behind me on the ground in a bunch of pieces. This thing took off at about 150 and hit the track and shattered. I think it actually broke into a couple pieces while it was in midair or being ripped off of the car. It was always a concern of mine, but we had it on the car for a while. We brought it to roll races last year and the year before, where we were running up to almost 170 miles an hour, and it never had an issue. So we didn't even really think about it this year when we were doing quarter mile stuff. We were like, we're not going to go as fast as we were at the roll race, and I think the tape and the stuff that we were using to hold it on was just getting weak, and it just let go. So that is what it is. I kind of like that thing. It sucks that it's gone. I think it looked kind of cool on the car, and it made it stand out because you don't see it, especially color matched, all that often. But that is what it is. I haven't decided if we're going to order a new one and have it painted again, or if we're just going to leave it off. Probably just going to leave it off for a while, because we plan on mainly doing track stuff with this thing, and I don't want to have to keep taking it on and off anyways. Kind of sucks that it broke before we get this thing out to Chrysler's at Carlisle in July. I was really hoping to have it on there for that, but like I said, sometimes things just don't work out how you want them to, and that's a perfect example of it. So let's head on over to the GTO. I've got the time slip on the trunk, and we will take a look at what we ran today. All right, guys, so we've got the time slip here, and we did run another personal best. For me, this is the fastest ET I've ever had, so super excited about that, but it is still not our 8 that we have been looking for. So our 60 foot was a 151, 330 was a 398, 660 was a 596 at 127 mile an hour, and then 1,000 foot was a 767, and our quarter mile was a 911 at 160.26 mile an hour. Now, as you guys know from the previous videos, that is not the fastest mile an hour we've ever been. We've been 162, but that is the fastest ET that we've ever had. Not sure if something's going on with the car. I think it might have shifted a little bit weird on the second pass there where we ran the 9, because last week or the week before, we ran a 9.1 and we only trapped 134 because I was on the brakes. So I really thought if I was able to stay in it the whole pass that it was going to be into the 8s. So we might have something going on there. Not 100% sure yet. We're going to send off the log and also, like I said, talk to the engine builder and just go from there with it and see what happens. But as always, guys, I appreciate you for checking out the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell. That way you get notified anytime we put out a video with the GTO, the Duramax, or the Hellcat. And we will catch you on the next one.